have chosen to dedicate your life to the service of the Filipino people. In order to accomplish this, you have chosen to become a municipal health officer, catering to the needs of your constituents, both in terms of health and general well-being.
You are apprehensive, but at the same time, hopeful and enthusiastic, not to mention medically competent.
And in the next few hours, you will find out what boons and banes polish and play the life of a makabayang doktor.
I am Lo.
And I'm Din, and we are your game masters. Welcome to your community.
For the purposes of this game, we have already assigned each player his or her scenario. So what does that entail? Each scenario, each player would face in each scenario a unique challenge that would challenge his or her acuity as an MHO. Then, we have also given each player his or her stats, which have already determined how much money each player will also receive at the start of the game.
So we have determined the first player by rolling the dice. So as you can see, for the purposes of this game, we've already done that. So Charles goes first, then Alex, then Almira, Ella, and then Therese.
After analyzing each of their scenarios, we can now begin the game. Each player, each turn, can perform a maximum of 3 actions. If they perform 2 actions of the same type, they lose 1 stamina. What does this imply? Each player begins with 20 stamina. However, if they deplete their stamina to 0 at any time during the game, they lose the game. Now, each player can perform 3 actions unless otherwise specified by headline cards, which we will explore later, or specifically stated in their own scenarios. So we can now begin the game. So you, Sir Charles, what will you do?
Well, for my first I would like to build rapport
With whom?
with the community.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
For the first move.
I think you're gonna do that too.
Alright, for my second move, one lobby for fun.
Okay.
And finally, I would like to buy a microscope.
So we will now discuss the consequences of Charles' actions. So he performed rapport politico, he also performed lobbying for funds, and he purchased a microscope. In order to determine whether or not his lobby was successful, Charles will have to roll a d20 die. So it's a 20-sided die, and depending on his roll, we will know whether or not his lobby was successful. Because as we know in real life, lobbying doesn't always produce successful results.
Okay, Charles, here we go.
Unfortunately, for those who have been wishing Charles ill, he succeeded.
Oh.
As a result, Charles, of all his actions, Charles will now add 1 point to the Politicos cooperation status.
Ba't kaya? And Charles, you only 10k for the microscope.
Seems like much.
Oh, he's that rich.
Yeah, here you go.
So
Take it.
nice.
And then you have to provide them with 161,000.
Mas kalaki.
Oh, I just got it.
What are you doing?
Like 16 times.
I thought you were paying for the microscope. What?
Ano ginawa mo kay Mayor, ha?
Oh my god! Rapport!
Next will be
Alex, okay, your turn. What are you doing? Okay.
I will
Nonsense.
lobby for funding.
Wow, a lobby for funding.
Upgrade. Is there an upgrade? Yeah. Upgrade my RHU. I would like to procure reagents for my medtech.
For your medtech. Alex lobbied for funds. She will also have to roll a d20 die.
12.
I got 12.
I am sorry.
Haha!
You failed.
Ito naman yung mahirap.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Unfair number.
Okay, so in
Anywhere.
favor. Okay, so
Anyway.
Alex, you wanted to procure reagents. Reagents would cost 500k. Are you sure you want to do that? How much money do you have?
I have 563.
And you wanted to upgrade your RHU. An RHU would cost normally 4 million pesos, but because you just want to upgrade your RHU, that's 1/4 of the cost. So that's 1 million. Do you? I don't think you have that money.
Even
So
have
I want
Pray
one.
for the stars.
Do you want to
Okay.
rethink your actions?
Yes, I will.
Reevaluate your
Alright.
life.
Loans.
Huh.
So what 2 other actions do you want to do?
Charles and all the money.
How much will it cost to have my BHC upgraded?
So Barangay Health Center, 1/4 of 1,500,000. How's that?
1,500,000. 150,000 plus 140.
Are you? Can you do that with your money? You have
That's
7.
like 370.
I'll give a public health lecture.
Because you tried giving a PHL role with the lines.
4.
That means your PHL attempt actually succeeded.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations. Hooray.
Because of your actions, add 1 knowledge stat to your taumbayan. It's here.
Small.
Will
It's
you
your turn now.
Alright. So first, I'd like to establish rapport with the Taumbayan, then lobby for some extra funds, and then upgrade my RHU.
Upgrade or issue. Can she actually do that?
Yes, I think so. I think Elmira has around like 1,600,000. I think Elmira's gonna lobby for funds now. So where's that? Here we go. Yep.
What's your lobby
Failed.
Alright, that's 17. This is that. That's our
Unfortunately.
You don't need funds.
Damn.
You don't need it. Too bad.
You upgraded your RHU.
RHU.
So you now have an RHU level 2. Okay. Because of everything you did, add 1 point to your Taumbayan cooperation status and 2 points to your infrastructure status.
Okay, so I'm going to build rapport with both the political
The political
and the town.
and the Taumbayan.
Yeah.
So that's rapport, right?
Yeah, rapport.
So this was 1 stamina because you did the same action twice.
I am aware of that. Okay, it's gonna be worth it, Charles.
Okay, and then for the last action, Elmira?
And I want to do a public health lecture.
Wow, public
Yeah,
health
Very
lecture.
good. So because of that,
I have to roll.
Well, because of all you did, because of your failure and other things, you will now add 1 point to the cooperation of your politico and 1 point to the cooperation of your Taumbayan.
Thank you.
As well as decrease your stamina by 1 point.
Okay.
It's your turn, Therese. So, yeah.
She has nice stats. I'll build
What was that?
rapport building with my mayor, politico.
What is everyone reporting?
That. And then I will lobby for funding. And maybe
Stop copying me. Stop copying me.
and upgrade my bases.
This will cost you like 5,250,000. I don't think you have that much money.
You're broke, girl.
You don't have that much
So
money.
let's change the action. So
Reevaluate your life.
Your priority.
Your mayor.
Alright, so 30.
Go to the first.
16?
You're almost there, girl.
Congratulations for failing twice in a row.
That's okay. I failed too.
Okay.
So because of everything you did, your miscalculations and your failure, you will now reduce your stamina by 1 point and increase the cooperation of your politico by 1 point. But wait,
There's more.
there is more. Because of your special condition, which you will now read aloud.
Fine.
What's
Yes,
your
Therese.
special
Tell
condition,
us.
Therese?
Special conditions, angas. Whenever you use rapport with politico action, roll D20 to determine success. Value must be lower than politico's cooperation stat to succeed.
Wow. So now you will have to roll again.
So, kailangan mas mababa sa stat,
Yes.
right?
That's mo ngayon, which is 6. Okay, dapat less than 6, Therese. Let's do this.
Ba't pala ginawa ko rin yun?
Pwede!
Oh, I think she cheated.
So it's
Mayor likes me.
So indeed,
Mayor likes her.
indeed,
But
For
he didn't give
different
you your
reasons.
So
funds.
+1 cooperation for you. Good job, yo. Alright. So
don't forget to reduce your stamina by 1.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Lost.
that's
that.
1 round down,
So we
guys.
have come to this. We have 1 round.
Round down.
Oh, yeah.
What happens next?
One down.
Hello?
So what does happen next? Well, as we know in real life, there are certain events that may or may not derail our plans. Or they could actually improve our plans. So in order to reflect this very volatile nature of our lives, we will now draw the headline!
Wait, what's the headline?
Okay, so a headline card, guys, is essentially an event that happened in the Philippines. So let's do the honors of drawing out one card. Can you do that for us, Alex?
Sure.
Alright.
Alex,
Alright,
The
Alex.
big one.
Wow! The big one!
The big one!
The big one! Earthquake strikes the Philippines. The long dormant faults of the Philippine plate have suddenly moved.
What?
And millions of pesos of damage. As of writing, desperate Filipinos have turned to cooking their leaders as retribution.
No!
Okay, guys.
Thank
so
you, Alex.
What's wailing? and
Your
not
infrastructure. Hello, your infrastructure.
I have one!
Alright.
But wait!
Wala na ako
How do we know if you were actually affected by the big one?
Well, according to the card, we roll for severity.
Roll
Roll
the
first. Alright, so let's start with the first player of the second round, which will be Alex.
No, it's not
Seven,
me
Alex,
anymore.
Okay,
It's not
Alex,
always about
let's roll.
Sana masira infrastructure.
More severe damage.
2. Mild damage. You have to pay upkeep costs twice.
What?
Otherwise, destroy the infrastructure and reduce the livelihood stat by 1 for seaside communities.
Oh my god.
No, but can we
You
do something?
have 1 RHU and 5 BHCs.
Oh lord.
Right? So it's
It was
45,000.
down.
Can you pay
Oh, that's not
45,000?
bad. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
The big
The big one gonna get
there.
For all of the infrastructure?
45,000.
Twice.
Twice. 45,000 times 2. So
Oh,
that's
God.
90,000.
That's
Sorry.
hard.
So,
You'll get
Mira,
by.
what happened to you during the earthquake?
You will get by.
I won! Okay, no effect. You have been spared.
Yes!
Okay, so
Show me
If the
pera!
dice is loaded, we check.
Elevate.
Somehow
Here we
the
go,
one
here
is
we
heavier.
go. It's a 4. Moderate damage.
Oh,
you have to
God.
pay
Pretty
the
bad.
upkeep costs of your
I
infrastructure.
wonder if
That's
this will roll a
alright.
6.
Good job.
Oh my god.
Roll a 6.
Okay, no effect.
In your
no effect.
face.
You scab.
In your face.
Mr. Herrera.
Sana si
This
Charles.
is going to go well.
Okay, so mild damage.
Life is unfair.
Infrastructure. So everybody survives there.
But wait, let us read the status. What will happen if I unfortunately rolled the best roll ever? 6.
6. Social chaos. What happens, no?
Oh, it's social chaos.
So if you roll a 6, you get social chaos. Plus, for every infrastructure that you own, you have to pay 3 times the upkeep cost. And then you have to reduce livelihood stat for seaside communities and for farming communities.
Wow, so social chaos is a status that is inflicted on a community in some headline. At the beginning of each player's turn, after the first turn that social chaos is inflicted, they have to flip a coin to determine whether or not the social chaos persists. Now, they want to resolve the social chaos. Why? Because it has many effects. Well, in each turn you have social chaos, you flip another coin to determine whether or not you get an epidemic status, which we will explain in another turn. And then for each turn that you have social chaos, you will reduce your MHO motivation by 2, you reduce your MHO stamina by 3, you reduce your politicos public approval rating by 2,
It's
your
horrible.
taong bayan's livelihood by 2, and your tanggol buhay motivation by 2 each turn that you have social chaos. Why?
Hirap ka na lang.
Why? Because
I'm gonna die.
sometimes social
Wala,
chaos
social chaos
ensues, like in Yolanda or in some other very severe typhoons or earthquakes or other natural calamities.
And we have reached the third round.
Third round. Okay, so we've already done the headline card. Everybody did their actions. Yeah, everybody's satisfied. And now, since
Hopefully
it's the third
everybody's
round,
satisfied.
since it's the third round, we have to pay upkeep costs.
Pay
guys.
time.
Pay time.
No.
I'm Tansman. Amir, since you're the first player of the third round, you have to pay first. So, you have to need 1,500. You have, let's round it up, it's 28. That's not fair. 25,000. Okay, yes, I do actually. Okay, you, give your change later. Alamay, you owe me 200,000. You pay
30,000? Siya 28 lang?
What's with this world? Didn't buy much.
You know why?
Fair.
Because
No.
upkeep cost is determined by the amount of things you actually own. So if you don't own many things, you don't pay a lot. But if you were greedy and you bought a lot, then you have to pay.
We are my community.
I guess it's a matter of perspective.
Then again, Amir doesn't have a lot of items to develop her community. So
Bad for
that's to
you.
pay off costs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you were greedy.
300,000, we have money. 1, 2, 300.
Alright, so go back to Charles. Charles, you now owe me
You know, over.
190,000. If you ever heard
That's a very good question. We will address this concern naman.
190,000. Very good. And so
We're
Alex,
going to give you the-
you owe me 160.
You owe me that.
Alright, so everybody paid the upkeep costs, so there are no damages. If they did not pay their upkeep costs, whatever they could not pay, we'll add a damage counter to the stuff that they already have.
How many damage counters? And what does it mean?
Okay, so if they have 3 damage counters already, that automatically means that they'll have to destroy the infrastructure or whatever item that they already have because they didn't pay the upkeep costs, or they'll have to fire, or their workers will have to quit because they didn't get their pay.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has to eat somehow,
It's
right?
really harsh, but that's real life.
But we had a question right here, like Charles said. But I do get money, right? Yes, you do get money. You get money every year. It's a yearly fiscal allocation. And so in this game, we are simulating that every 5 turns is 1. So if you get more monly at the end of every 5 turns, so you have to spend your money wisely, appropriately, and hopefully not overly.
So we've reached the final round. Finally, the 14th round. Congratulations! Let's go. How did we decide who was the winner of the game?
Well, that is for us to know and for you to find out. Because there is actually a winner in this game. However, we will not be revealing who the winner is, how and why they won in this video.
In addition to that, a panel of experts who will be analyzing actions you've done. So be ready for that. That will all happen in the PCCH Philippine Conference on Community Health coming this
November 28, 29 at the University of the Philippines, Manila College of Medicine.
See you guys there.
And if you do not come, then you will be forever be kept in the dark!
Hi, I'm Charles, and I was one of the players a while ago for the community game. And actually, the scenario that I got was bitchy staff. And honestly, I was looking through the stats and all of the resources that I was given, and honestly, I felt good that I got a lot of money, this to start off with. But then, looking through the description for the resources for the health personnel in particular, I mean, they were described as being uncooperative, and my health workforce was pretty low and everything. So I felt that I needed to focus more on that particular building block, on hiring more people, strengthening my relationships with the health personnel. So yeah, I mean, for me that was pretty much the key to victory for my particular community.
So health human resource, right?
Yeah, health human resource.